the select board meeting for March 4th at 7 PM via Zoom.
Yep.
Do you want me to introduce Megan now?
Yeah, just introduce Megan,
Me-
and then she can turn off her camera.
This is Megan Albert. She will be our new administrator assistant. She is going to be doing all the minutes, all the Zooms, all the DRB,
Planning Commission.
Commission. Welcome aboard. Say hi.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Happy to be here.
Great, thank you.
Welcome, Megan.
You're welcome, Megan. You're
All
doing
right.
a great job so far. Thank you.
All right, so you can
Thanks.
mute yourself and turn off your camera and hide away into the edge.
Great.
All right. So we need to approve the agenda, approve the minutes. 3, animal control officer. 4, office reorganization. 5, board liaison update. 6, public comment. 7, executive session personnel contractual. 8, executive session personnel disciplinary. Number 9 is adjourn. Can I have a motion, please?
Make a motion, we approve the agenda.
Can I have a second? Bob,
Aye.
Mike,
Aye.
Jamie,
Aye.
Connie, Angie, I. Thank you.
So Angie, before, I want to make you that same statement before we get going too far and we forget it.
Yes, please.
When we get into public comment, our host will unmute you. If you unmute yourself, we will warn you. If you unmute yourself a second time, you will be removed from the meeting. We're going to limit public comment to 3 minutes tonight, per person. And if Angie sees fit, we'll allow someone a second time. We've got a couple things we need to get through in a little bit later, so I don't see that happening. I think that's about it.
Thank you. Okay, 2, approval of minutes. Did everybody get their minutes ahead of time and read them?
Yes,
Yes, wasn't that great?
that was wonderful.
So there's just a few little things that we have to change.
And I can go through them with Megan and change them. I don't think you need to go through it now.
Okay, because it's
I'll know what the mistakes are.
just a couple of
Yep,
names.
not a problem.
And in all fairness to Megan, she was doing that off a recording, which our audio is horrible. So I think all in all, without being any part of those minutes, she did a great job with those.
I agree.
They were incredibly complete. I mean,
Yes.
very complete. So nice job, Megan.
Okay, so then can I entertain a motion to approve with changes? Yes.
Make a motion to approve the minutes with the amended changes.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion on the minutes from anybody on the board?
Aye.
Bob, Mike,
Aye.
Jamie,
Aye.
Ronnie,
Aye.
Angie, I. All right, animal control officer. Is that you, Mike?
Yeah, I'll take it. Sure. I wasn't sure how you wanted to handle that. So, a few weeks ago, we had removed our animal control officer. We had a person who at the time was interested in taking that position over. Since then, her job has changed. Her place of employment actually lost some of their employees, so she can't do it. So we are in need of an animal control officer for the town as soon as we can find somebody. So, if anybody's interested, they can reach out to me as select board person 1 at the townofpownal.org. They can go to info@townofpownal.org. They can try to leave a message at the office. They can do, anybody out there, or if anybody out there knows anybody, have them reach out to us. We need someone in that position as soon as we can get it.
We need to post that, right?
Right.
It is
It
already
was
posted?
already posted.
Okay.
It was put on the website as well, correct?
I believe so, but I can check that. That wasn't me, so.
I don't know. We had held off on posting the position after we terminated the other animal control officer. So it has not been posted since we terminated
Okay,
the last person.
so then we need to get it posted.
Yeah, we were trying to hold off because of the cost on the posting, because we don't technically have to, but we may have to now.
Okay. Anything else further on the animal control?
No, that's about it.
And everybody did receive the letter, the second letter, correct? To know that there's still an issue with that one?
Mhm.
Okay,
That needs to go to the law enforcement.
right,
totally.
that needs to go to
I
law.
don't know. I think the police have been notified on that as well, but I don't know if there's anything that the select board can do. I mean, that's something we probably should research out, because if there is something that we can do about that certain situation, I believe we should do it. And I'm not opposed to me being the one to go down and handle it. I'm fine with that.
Okay. First, we should find out if, the law has been contacted and if they have done
I-
any.
I'm pretty sure that the police have been contacted. I don't know that for sure. And I think we need to find out legally if the board or a member of the board can do it. And if we can, if the board sees fit and wants me to, just say the word, we can vote on it however you guys want. I'm more than happy to get down and try to take care of that situation.
Ronnie just said that the state police were called.
They were notified, yes.
Do you know how long ago?
Right, well, a week ago, I guess.
Okay,
I think it was right after the second incident, wasn't it, Ronnie?
Right after the second incident, that's right.
Yep. Yeah.
okay. So then I'd like to make a motion that Mike, follows up through with that and checks to see if, the state police have been notified and if there's any investigation that we can do to move forward with this. If there's anything that the board can do. Any further discussion? Bob,
Aye,
Mike,
Aye.
Bonnie,
aye,
Jamie,
aye.
Angie, I. Thank you, Mike. Okay, office reorganization.
Do you want me to just give you an update on what's been happening?
Sure.
Or what's the best way for that?
Yep,
Okay.
absolutely. Rebecca's gonna take over.
Well, I think, Rebecca, I think maybe we should, or you can do this too. It doesn't matter to me. Maybe, you can give a little bit of a synopsis of what happened Monday and what the results were, and then how things have been going.
Monday, just regarding all the work we've been doing in here?
Well, with the part of the reorganization on Monday with the meeting that we had with Tim,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
and Megan, just a synopsis of that. I don't think you need to break it down crazily, but
Oh, I'm not gonna break down anything crazy. Okay.
yeah.
We, well, as we had decided, we sat down with Angie and Mike, Tim, Megan, and myself on Monday, and we just went through the job descriptions. We kind of tweaked some of them. We really worked on Megan's because it was, it's a new job description, and we wanted to make sure all of our T's were crossed and our I's dotted, and all the tasks that might come up are allotted, or allocated to someone. We found a lot of places where we'll be able to collaborate and work together. It's all very positive. This week we have been spending a lot of time just reorganizing. We've been going through a lot of paperwork and trying to get rid of excess paperwork that's unnecessary to have here. Reorganizing files, seeing what's what. And we also, I mean, Tim has he's done payroll and accounts payable already. He already did the sewer billing today. So he's just plowing right through the basic, most essential tasks that need to be done every week. So I think we're in really good order right now. And Megan is here. She ran a DRB meeting last night. I was half going to show up to see if I needed to help her, but I didn't. And I left her to the wolves of the DRB, which are not really wolves, but he did great. No problems. Didn't need to call me. So I'm feeling very good about everything. It is a bit of a transition. So I ask people are patient in town. We are making some big transitions right now, and there's a lot of learning that's happening right now and reorganization, but we're going to get there very quickly.
Okay, I just noticed that there's no warrants on this.
The warrants are,
There's no warrants on our agenda. I just realized that.
oh,
So
it's a special, so you can't, okay.
it's a special, so we can't do it. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. I didn't want to skip over anything.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so
But you did get your warrants in advance.
we
Yeah.
did get our warrants in advance, yes. Okay, anything else to add to that, Rebecca?
No, that's it for office reorganization. I think, yeah, that's probably it for that for me.
Okay. So far, what I've seen of Megan and Tim, they're doing an outstanding job, and kudos to them for jumping right in and helping. I really appreciate it, both of you. Thank you. All right, moving on to board liaison updates. That's you, Rebecca.
That's me again. All right, let me get the microphone. So I basically, because we've been very busy, I didn't have time to write a report, so I'll just update you. Obviously, the biggest updates I have to give you are on the election. Both myself and Tim personally worked on the rewarning of the election. We did the warnings. We made sure that they're everywhere. We have our 3 bond warnings that have to be in 3 successive weeks in a row. Those are ready to go. They're with legals at Bennington Banner. They're scheduled. We scheduled the informational hearing. I'm going to start putting out flyers to make sure people understand and know when these dates are happening. I worked with Cat TV. We're still going to be able to use their webinar platform, which is going to be very helpful on town meeting night. I wrote a letter to the Secretary of State. I figured it was worth an ask to see if they might offer us additional reimbursement monies towards the second rewarned election. The worst that they can say is no. The other thing that I spoke to Julie about briefly today was the idea of using only volunteer labor. We've had so many people offer their time for free to help fold ballots, to help run the election. And she said she would be okay with using only volunteer labor if the select board requested that of her. So I am offering to write a short, very short letter on your behalf to Julie requesting that she attempt to use the volunteer labor. And that will save us some more money as well on this rewarned election. So if you'd like me to do that,
I'm sorry, isn't that what this is? Did this not go?
So, is that legal for us to use volunteers, correct?
absolutely. There's already, there is a lot of volunteer labor that's already used. And yes, I wrote a sample letter of what you could write to Julie to send to her. This is just basically what the ask is.
I make a motion that you, put a letter together from the board for the, help volunteers.
Okay,
Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Any further discussion? Bob,
Aye.
Mike,
Aye.
Amy,
Aye.
Ronnie,
Aye.
Angie, I.
and is the letter, you're okay with the letter, the sample letter that I put here?
Yes.
Okay, if that's the case, then we're good to go. Okay,
Okay, thank you.
all right. And then, I also offered to Julie that if you guys did request that of her, that I would help her set up the volunteer schedule, just help her organize the whole thing and write a letter from her to everyone, and try to solicit that volunteer. We've had so many offers already. I think it can very easily be done.
Okay.
So those are all of my updates.
What about the party? The party was canceled?
Oh, thank you. The skating party was, I also thought of something else. I'm sorry. But yes, the skating party, we decided just with everything going on, and also the park is now a slick of ice. There really isn't anywhere to stand or sled or that we're going to aim for a party during April vacation week. It will be after the election. It'll be when kids are on break, and it'll be a different season, and we'll just, after the election, we'll plan that. Okay.
Okay.
We need to take that off the website. It says March 6th right now.
Okay, I'll take it off the website. That's no problem. The next thing is, which we forgot to do under the reorganization of the office. I do need you to approve a purchase of a laptop for your new executive assistant. We gave the older one to Megan.
Okay.
We repurposed that one for her. We also gave Tim a phone, which already existed.
Okay.
Okay. But I would like for you to he needs a laptop.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I entertain a motion from anybody?
Make a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Go ahead. Can I have a second?
Second.
I'll second it.
Mike, you
Isn't that
can't.
all?
Whatever.
Okay.
Authorize-
Doesn't matter to me. I don't care.
Megan,
Gotta be
take-
done.
Okay, Megan, take Mike as first and Jamie as second, please. Thank you. Bob,
Aye.
Mike,
Aye.
Jamie,
Aye.
Ronnie,
Aye.
Angie, I.
Before we move on, I just wanted to talk about, before we, just, setting the right expectation. I don't know what the likelihood is that we're gonna get, the state to reimburse for the election fees. But I have to say that the letter requesting it was awesomely written.
Thank
I
you.
cannot believe how good that was.
Thank you.
Made a very strong case. So thank you for that.
Thanks.
That was it.
Okay, thank you. I'll take it.
Okay. Anything else, Rebecca?
No, I believe those were all of my items.
All right, thank you. So we can open up public comment.
So Megan, if you want to unmute yourself, this is how I usually do it, and then I call on anyone that has their hand up. And then they can.
It looks like no one has their hand up right now.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
there we go. All right, we have
Jenny, you have that same problem with your sound, it sounds like.
Huh.
It happened last week too.
There's her picture. Jenny, can you hear us?
No.
no.
Sign out and sign back in. It's the same problem as last week, okay?
Put her thumb up, so I think she heard us.
Yeah, sign out and sign back in.
See, we'll
All
get
right.
there yet.
There you go. There's someone else, Megan.
Oh, there we go.
Call her name so you know.
Hi, this is Marlena.
Marlene.
Can everybody hear me?
Yep.
Do I sound like a chipmunk?
Nope.
Okay. So I have a couple questions. The select board posted added a bunch of articles to the current ballot related to appointing a treasurer, appointing a town clerk, eliminating the delinquent tax collector, or just paying them a salary instead of the fees, so on and so forth. But I don't recall you guys ever talking about why you decided to do that. And I'm hoping that either tonight or at the next meeting, you'll actually inform the taxpayers as to what your rationale is for why you're moving in that direction and what the benefit of that will be to the taxpayers. Thank you.
You're welcome, and we did discuss it, and
You want to repeat though? It's
Two-
certainly good to repeat.
yes. Who would like to take that? Go ahead,
I'm
Bob.
not allowed to talk to her.
Oh, okay. Mike,
Mike.
do you want to?
But I would like to say that it was discussed, and it was discussed in the meeting where we put it on the ballot. So it is already in a meeting. And there were many reasons for doing it. But to just talk about the reasons, we would actually have to go through each one of them, wasn't it? There was 6 or 7 ballot articles. There's ones to take positions that have traditionally been elected and make them appointed. And then there were separate ballot articles to talk about whether or not whether or not we were going to change the compensation structure.
Right.
And we talked about every one of those in the meeting that we went through.
We did.
Right, I believe that meeting was in January, the latter part of January, if I'm not mistaken.
You're correct.
Around the 26th.
But it is important that voters understand that those are two different things, right? So some of the advantages of making it salaried instead of fee-based, there are advantages and disadvantages, and it depends on which position as well. But if you're somebody, I'll use the town clerk as an example. If you're getting a fee-based structure, your pay is wildly fluctuating from week to week. And so there is an advantage to the individual to have that become a salary base. But then there's also the alternative argument, which is when we take the treasurer or the delinquent tax treasurer, there's an argument to say that there's an incentive to collect more taxes and to do a better job when it's fee-based, because it's almost like piecework. So those are the advantages and disadvantages, or at least some of them. I'm sure everybody has their own. There's other advantages and disadvantages that we talked about as far as some of the positions. Take listers, for example. If you take listers, if you're hiring a professional assessor, it's a very structured job and with a very clear job description. So there is a strong argument to say that ought to be a hired position and not so much an elected or appointed position. And then you can also go outside of it doesn't have to be a Pownal individual as well. It gives you a larger pool of people to pick from. So I'm sorry, I'm just coming up with the things that we talked about in the meeting. But if you really have that question, I would strongly recommend that you rewatch the meeting, because we talked about every one of these things when we put it on the ballot.
And we also spoke to Julie and we also spoke to Ellen, so they were also involved.
Yeah, that's correct. It wasn't in a vacuum.
No, not at all.
I also want to be clear, because of the confusion on the two, and actually the way Ms. Pellin asked the question, could be a little confusing. This was not added after the failed first attempt at an election. This has been on from the beginning, which would have been voted on Tuesday. So it's not something that was added after the fact. It's been there right along. And I just don't want anybody to be confused on that. And I know, I'm sure she wasn't. It just could be a little confusing the way it was asked.
Anybody else have anything to add? All right, is Jenny back?
Can you hear me this time?
Yes, we can, Jenny. Go ahead, please.
So I want to say that Julie did a great job on Tuesday. Especially, I thought there would be a lot more confusion, but she handled all of that very well. As far as having people volunteer for the next election, I think that's a super idea, but as she knows, you still have to have JPs there. Obviously not JPs who are running like myself, or probably JPs who are endorsed candidates, but there are plenty of other JPs to choose from that pot. And that's basically it. But I think having volunteers is a great idea. I just want to put out to the town, I hope there's a better turnout than there was for the school election. I don't know if it was partially confusion over the election being postponed, but 400 people voting on the school stuff, which is just as important as our local town stuff, was sort of disheartening to me. So I really hope we have a better turnout. I will do my best to get people out there, obviously. I think everyone who's watching, just get the word out that there is an election on the 30th. There's a lot of stuff to vote on. This is obviously not a campaign speech, but there's a lot of important stuff you guys have put forward, articles to vote on, and budget. So that's all. So thank you. Thanks for your work tonight.
Welcome. Have a good night. Is there anybody else out there with their hand risen?
Hi, it's Marlena again. Could somebody repeat what that date was, or what the date range was of that meeting? Thank you.
I think it was January 26th. Somewhere around there.
Are you saying 25th or 26th?
26th. Thursday.
It was right around the time when the articles were due. And I think you're right, 25th or 26th, somewhere right in there.
Well, those are Mondays and Tuesdays.
Then it was that week. It was either the week prior or that week of the 25th. I don't remember. I mean, I could look it up.
Okay, and can I just make a quick recommendation? The article items that are out there, and I wasn't confused. I knew that they've been there since the original ballots came out, but what I was looking for was kind of a synopsis. Your liaison types up very nice synopsises of things that the board does, but really important things like this, there was no information out on the web page where voters could go and look. Yes, if I knew the date and I was able to attend all these meetings, it would have been fantastic. But it would be nice to have synopsises of things like that, because those are really important things to our community. Thank you.
All right, thank you. January 14th, is on there for discussing audit requirements for the town, state statutes regarding that for the auditors.
And I did, and one of the things that I did post was a presentation, and I posted it everywhere. It was a presentation on the VLCT's
Yep, you did.
opinion on appointments, or it wasn't an opinion, it was what happens if things move to appointment.
So January 14th, we started. Wednesday, January 20th was town meeting day discussion, public comment.
I thought we.
So I would start there with January 14th.
I thought we had a meeting on Tuesday, the 26th. that
I'm
we
looking.
Finalized.
Yeah, I believe you may have finalized in there as a special
Tuesday,
meeting.
January 28th. Was that
Okay,
with,
28th.
Nemrick and them were here as well, right?
Yeah,
Yep. Approval of 2021 town warning.
Yep.
Yes, so that was
that would have had. on our
January
article.
28th.
Okay.
Yep.
That was a couple days off.
Okay. All right, any more questions out there from the public? All right, with none, I
Let me help her understand what to do.
need a motion to go into executive session for personnel for contractual, please.
So move.
Do I have a second?
Okay.
Bob,
Aye.
Mike,
Aye.
Jamie,
Aye.
Ronnie,
Aye.
Angie, I. Just letting her get Megan situated.
If people-
Motion to come out of executive
Everyone's in.
session at 8 o'clock, please.
So moved.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Bob,
Aye.
Mike,
Aye.
Jamie,
Aye.
Ronnie,
Aye.
Angie, I. I need a motion to go back into executive session. Need a motion to come out of executive session at 8:35, please.
So move.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Bob,
Aye.
Mike,
Aye.
Jamie,
Aye.
Ronnie,
Aye.
Angie, I. So we're back in regular session at 8:36. Mike,
I make a motion for immediate termination of Mr. Rappa for cause with a post-termination hearing date of March 8th, 2021 at 7 PM.
do I have a second?
I second that.
Any discussion? Bob,
Aye.
Mike,
Aye.
Jamie,
Aye.
Ronnie,
Aye.
Angie, I. That's all before us tonight. Make a motion to adjourn.
Second it.
Any discussion? Bob,
Aye.
Mike,
Aye.
Jamie,
Aye.
Ronnie,
Aye.
Angie, I. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
Have a good night, guys.
End the meeting for all.